Hi, Commissioner Ted Gumbart of the ASUN Conference here with another edition of TED Talks About. And today we're going to talk about an announcement we made during the NCAA convention in Anaheim. We released the fact that we are going to explore a large expansion plan, which would also include the building of another conference. And there's been a lot of questions about what that means, how we do it, why we're doing it. And I'm going to try to do this as simply as possible and give not the inside baseball NCAA policy story, but the what are we really trying to get done story. So, what are we trying to do for the ASUN? Well, we want to grow to at least 18, and we want to split. We're going to have one group of 8. And those 8 schools, in the ideal, would be state institutions that play football. And they would be in a tight geography so that they would be in a better value proposition than they are now. And we would sponsor that group as the United Athletic Conference. The current group of 10 will remain the ASUN, but we want to expand that group. So that group of 10, ultimately Kennesaw and UNA would be 2 of the 8 football schools. So if the ASUN just got to 10, we'd be dropping back to 8. So the idea is let's replenish those 2 to get to 10 and maybe go 4 schools to get to 12 for the ASUN. So ultimately, if we had 20, we'd split into one group of 12. That would be the ASUN, and the United Athletic Conference would be 8 football schools. That would be the new conference. So if we pull it off, what are the benefits? Well, number one, we've already seen great benefit in having a partnership, whether it's football with the Big South, lacrosse, both men and women's with the Southern Conference, the CCSA beach volleyball relationship, the CCSA swimming relationship, the ability to have some flexibility to grow and contract as the membership dictates is a great value. Scheduling becomes more important every year as the Power 5 start playing themselves more conference games. Those conferences used to be 8, 10, and 12. Now they're 14 and 16. They're playing a lot more conference games to up their season ticket package, to fulfill the television requirements that are being put on them for their contracts. So we've got to have someone to play. Having a sister conference that we can overlap schedules would be a tremendous asset for all of those members. So there is a scheduling parameter. There's also a financial parameter that if we can reach additional markets, there's a lot of sponsorship opportunities that would be open to us by having a football conference, by having 20 markets that we could deliver rather than 8 or 10. We would be in a much stronger position with the media and with sponsors to deliver a return to our membership. And lastly, from a sports sponsorship standpoint, if we have a sister conference, we are able to expand to 2 for every sport that we've got 12 or more. So if in women's lacrosse we have 12, then the United Athletic Conference and the ASUN will sponsor it. If we only have 8, for instance, in men's soccer, not everybody plays, we'll have one conference that sponsors men's soccer, which is now the ASUN. So that built-in flexibility allows us to both schedule and gain sponsorships, and also to provide a setting where student athletes don't travel as much. The more they're home, the healthier they are, the healthier their academics are, and the better we're doing as the providers that want to build winners for life by making sure they graduate. So there's, in a nutshell, most of the reasons we're trying to do this. And again, it's important to know this is only an exploration. We haven't signed contracts. This isn't a done deal. We're exploring a new pathway for building a conference. And with the visionary leadership of the President's Council, they've granted the permission to do the exploration. For it to actually happen, yes, the membership would have to address who are the potential new candidates, who are the potential new markets, how are the academics compatible with the ASUN, and do we provide the most outstanding student-athlete experience possible? So we'll see, but we're going to explore it and we'll find out whether the ASUN can be stronger by being 20 and sponsoring 2 conferences. This is Ted Gumbart, Commissioner of the ASUN Conference, and this is another edition of TED Talks About.